Here comes the bride, all dressed in. Yeah, right. Hey guys, I'm finally kicking off my bridal series. This is a super subtle yet luminous bridal look. I finally got around to playing with my MAC press pigments. This is a completed look, and it's typically how I would apply bridal makeup when I'm freelancing. So if you'd like to see how to achieve this beautiful, fresh-faced bridal look, then please keep on watching. I'm gonna start out by priming my eyelids with the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. Normally when I do bridal looks, I do the eyes first and then the foundation last. Then I'm gonna go in with Wedge by MAC, and I'm gonna fill in my eyebrows with a flat brush. And as you can see, my skin is kind of going red in the area where I'm rubbing it, and it's because I've been using this new acne treatment, which has made my skin a little bit more sensitive, but the redness will go down. Once I've filled in the brows, I'm going to set them with a brow gel, and this is the one by Essence. Then I'm gonna clean up the brow with the e.l.f. Maximum Coverage Concealer. I don't remember the shade, I will include it in the description box. And using a concealer brush, I'm just sort of rubbing it in around the area, blending it out with my finger. I do this just to define my brows further. Now I'm going to take this crease brush by Sonia Kashuk and Wedge, and I'm going to run it into my crease. This will act as a transitional color, so I'm just doing back and forth motions and blending it upwards towards my brow. Then I'm going to take a little bit of Mylar by MAC and an angle brush, and I'm going to place it on my brow bone. Then I'm going to deepen my crease with Wedge and sort of blend it upwards into Mylar. Taking the Comfort Zone palette by Wet n Wild and this pencil brush, I'm going to run that color on the inner part of my crease and slightly blend it into the middle. I'm going to wet a flat brush with a little bit of MAC's Fix Plus, and I'm going to dip that wet brush into the MAC Press Pigment in Blonde Streak, and I'm going to pack that right in the middle of my eyelid, right below where I placed Wedge. I'm going to clean off my brush, and then I'm going to spray it again with Fix Plus, and I'm going to dip it in another MAC Press Pigment in Day Gleam, and I'm going to pack Day Gleam on the outer edge of my eye, sort of in a V shape. Then I'm going to clean off my brush again and dip it in MAC's Press Pigment in Flicker, and I'm going to apply that to the front half of my eye, and I'm going to very gently tap it on my tear duct and a really tiny bit on the front lower lash line. Now I'm taking my eyeliner brush, wetting it with Fix Plus, and I'm going to dip it in Espresso by MAC. This is a really chocolatey brown eyeshadow, and I'm turning it into a liner. When I do bridal looks, I like to do a really light eyeliner, not too dramatic, so eyeshadow does the job. So I'm going to press this into my lash line, and then I'm going to create a wing, which is gradually going to get thinner near the end. Now I'm taking this Rimmel Scandalize eye pencil in Nude, and I'm gonna run it into my waterline. And once it gets to the end of my waterline, I'm actually gonna drag it just below that flick I've created. And this is gonna make the flick stand out a little more, but because the pencil is nude, it'll be just subtle enough that you can see it, but still sort of blend into my skin, if that makes sense. Usually I like to use waterproof mascara for bridal makeup, but on myself today, I'm gonna use the Maybelline Mega Plush Volume Express Mascara. And today I'm going to be using individual eyelashes. So I think I'm going to apply like 5 on each side. And if you want to see an in-depth video of how to apply individual lashes, I have a video on that, so I'll link it in the description box below. I absolutely love using individual eyelashes on brides unless they request full strip lashes. Then I'm going to give my eyelashes another coat of mascara just to blend in the falsies with my real lashes. And using the NYC liquid eyeliner in black, I'm just going to fill in this glue that kind of appears white here that hasn't yet dried. Now I'm going to take a little bit of makeup remover and a cotton ball, and I'm going to clean up any fallout underneath my eye. And see, my skin is so sensitive lately, so anything I put on it, it basically turns tomato red. So now onto the skin. I'm going to prime my skin with Benefit's Porefessional Primer. And for foundation, I'm going to use MAC's Face and Body. I don't remember what shade this is, but I will include it in the description box. And using the Real Techniques buffing brush, I'm just going to buff it into my skin really lightly. lately. This is an absolutely amazing foundation for brides. It's super dewy. It has light coverage, but it has potential for medium to high coverage. It's very good when you layer it, and it's just flawless. I tend to stay away from SPF when it comes to brides because they're in front of the camera for so long, and SPF does not like flash. Onto under eye, I'm using the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NC20, and I'm using the tiniest little pump, and I'm going to pat that underneath my eye, and using the Real Techniques, I believe, large concealer brush, I'm going to blend that in. And I like to spread this out pretty far, so I apply it on the sides of my nose, all the way up my cheekbone, and underneath my lash line. And then I'm going to set it with this Real Techniques brush and some Kryolan translucent powder. Now using the e.l.f. flat top powder brush and my translucent powder, I'm going to set the rest of my foundation. And once I've applied the translucent powder, if I do want a little bit more coverage in certain areas, I'll go back in with MAC's Mineralize Skinfinish, and this one is a natural, so I'll just pat it over any spots that I think need a little bit more coverage. But again, I do the translucent first, and then I just kind of blend this one in. For blush today, I'm actually using a Physicians Formula Sexy Booster Blush, and it's in the color Natural, so I'm going to apply that to my cheekbones and very lightly to the apples of my cheeks. And then I'm going to take a fan brush and MAC's Mineralize Skinfinish, and I'm going to apply it to my cheekbones. I'm also going to run it down my nose a little bit, and this is where the skin gets really beautiful and glowy. Now I'm going back in with the Rimmel eyeliner in Nude, and I'm touching up that underneath part of the wing. Again, I want it to look really subtle. And then I'm going to take an eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to dip it in the blush that I just used, and I'm going to apply it to the front part of my crease. And the reason I'm doing this is because I absolutely love tying a look together. So if I have little hints of the same shade here and there, I find that it looks absolutely stunning. I'm going to line my lips with the Essence lip liner in the Nude. For lipstick, I'm going to use Revlon's Color Burst lipstick in Petal. And for gloss, I'm going to use a little bit of the NYX Mega Shine lip gloss in Pinky Taupe. Just getting ready for that big kiss with my imaginary groom. Now I'm going to take a little bit of the blush that I used, and I'm actually going to pat it on my lips. And doing this actually makes your lip color last longer, and it gives it a nice little glow. So once I've done that, I'm going to spray my face with MAC's Fix Plus. I did this off camera because I was out of the frame and I was super awkward. I decided to put some jewels in my hair because I thought it would be appropriate for my pretend wedding day. So that is the completed look. If you have a deeper skin tone, I would suggest using 1 or 2 shades darker than I did on the lids, but overall the technique will be the same. I hope my beautiful brides-to-be found this useful. I will be doing a few other bridal looks in the future. Here's a shot of what it looks like in the sunlight. And look what the cat dragged in. I was babysitting my niece that day, and I let her play around with my makeup, and she wanted to show you guys her masterpiece. So here she is saying hi and bye. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!